created live on Fireside.
Oh my gosh, how are you? Look at this dress.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Oh my God. So I'm going to have you introduce yourself because I just love how, I want, and that's your camera right here.
Okay, all right. So I am Sherice Brown. I am one of the founders of Off the Field Players of NFL Wives Association, and I am the co-chair for this year's fashion show, our 21st annual fashion show.
And you guys know, you saw Sherice, she was on podcast. She's always been on Fireside supporting us and being there in the audience. And all the stuff that you're doing with this, with this charity. Take us through a little bit because I know it's so much work.
It is. There's so many layers.
So many layers.
You say chair, but really you're an executive producer. And what you're doing is you're managing each and every component of it. Everything from sponsorship, even though we have our committees that we have our committee heads, but for that chair, they have to check in with all those individuals all the time to make sure that you know what's happening and what's going on. So it's a lot. And I always tell you, I couldn't do it without, of course, all of the ladies in the organization. You can't do this alone. I don't know how one person would be able to handle this because you deal with sponsorship, you deal with models, you deal with the catering, you're dealing with the AV, it's just so many layers. But
so many layers.
So awesome. It's such a labor of love for me. I am so honored to do it because once again, it's benefiting, of course, Holly Rod Foundation this year, but we're always supporting local and national charities, and that's what means the most to me.
Right.
Yeah.
So because I know when Cynthia and I touched on it, but if the people out there are listening, they want to be able to help and they want to be able to go and donate and stuff.
Yes.
Where they can do? I know there's a text.
There's going to be a text to give.
And that's on tell them we're on your
and
Instagram.
That's on our Off the Field NFL Wives Instagram and Facebook, so we'll make sure that you guys are putting that out there because tomorrow is the fashion show and we would love your support. And remember, it is benefiting Holly Rod Foundation, which is supporting autism and Parkinson's and, bringing more awareness and bringing, money to continue, making, I think we were talking about it. I think Holly may have mentioned it. Is it 1 out of every 400 children that are being born with autism?
Yes.
I think that was the number. And I was so shocked to hear that.
Yes. And the fact that they're bringing light and talking about it and really helping. And when you're in a position as Holly and Rodney, it's good to hear from
of
other people because people will relate.
Of course. Very, very much so because it's so, of course, personal and near to them. I have several girlfriends who have autistic children, and I just love how they're so dedicated to making sure that they know how loved they are and how much they can do whatever they want to do,
Yes.
And now there's places like RJ's Place that assists as they're developing, assisting them in learning how to interview, how to write a resume, or preparing them for life.
Right,
and
which is beautiful.
Which is beautiful. Which is so beautiful.
It's beautiful. Yeah, that you guys can do that this year.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to tell everyone where they can also find you.
Oh my gosh! So I'm at SheBrown81 on Instagram, and would love to hear from you in regards to assisting with our fashion show. Will be in Arizona next year.
Yes, we got to start talking about that, right?
It's in Arizona next year, and we're excited. To be at the Scottsdale Fashion Square, but once again, we will choose a national and a local charity that will need your support.
And follow because you guys you'll hear when it is, and you'll be able to do
definitely. We'll get all that information out.
Sherice, thank you so much. Oh my gosh,
you're so welcome,
so wonderful
Julie.
to meet you.
Thank you in person. Yes, awesome.